That's my job.
Gotcha.
Okay, Stefan, he's responsible for the techniques, let's say, in the office, results, instruments, whatever, which is technical things that you have some question or something about it, trackers, whatever. Stefan is responsible for that. Yeah, then Christina is not here.
Nice things, massage and this.
Yeah. Okay, don't say that before in front of Sterling because it's his girlfriend. Okay, so then
Sterling can massage the girls.
okay, Sterling is massaging the girls. Okay,
Make it more easy for him, not for something else.
Alex is okay. Sterling and Misha over there, so they are helping, assisting, whatever is needed over there on the start, on the takeoff. Any question that you have, they are available. Igor Todevsky. It's the running the whole office of Krushevo Adventure team. He is mainly more or less kind of responsible for the takeoff of Krushevo, even without the competition. I mean, all the time that the groups, guides, etc. That he is responsible for this stuff. So more or less that will be the team. I will leave now to Jockey to explain a little bit more because he knows the area. Any thing I can just add something. Okay. He's not massaging, no. Just not this week.
Brilliant. So how many of you have flown here before? So that's about half. And have you just arrived, you guys?
We had a flight yesterday.
Yes, but the other side. Yeah, we wouldn't. Yeah. That way we possibly wouldn't task it. It'd be just a flying situation. This is the main site. But there are other sites out in the valley. So Igor and I talked this morning about the possibility of going over there, but it's all northeast wind at the moment. Well, it's just north, and it's worse over that side. So it's no good to go over there. It's better to come here, do the site brief in peace, chat, and then get ready for tomorrow or possibly later on. So the way things will work is we will meet always. We should have a sort of WhatsApp group, which we'll put everybody in.
Is everybody on this group, on this WhatsApp? Everybody?
You'll get put on.
Yeah. So Stefan is also for this issue.
So go to Stefan and he'll make sure your number's in and you get on the group. It's a fantastic way of for safety, but it's also a fantastic way to communicate. So if we want to quickly move a meeting time or anything, it'll be in that WhatsApp group. So you get used to looking at it every so often and seeing what's happening when and all that sort of stuff. The other thing is trackers will be given to you before you take off. So when we get up, the usual sort of way is we'll get up, then Stefan will open the boxes and give out your trackers. Now you've been to several competitions that ask you to do different things. With this, we're really simple. You just take your tracker, make sure it's turned on, all the buttons are on, and then you leave it. That's it. And the magic is you just keep it somewhere high. So in this pocket is perfect, or at the top of the harness, or anywhere. Remember, it's a piece of kit that you don't normally have. So do bear in mind you'll lose it when you do your you've just landed and you're leaving the field. That's the last thing you're going to look for because you're not used to looking for it. So always make sure you've got it. It's in your pocket, but when you're flying, it should be high up here somewhere on your flight deck, somewhere there. Okay, not right at the bottom down here. And when you land or anything like that, just leave it in your pocket or hanging on your pocket, whatever. Because what happens is, Stefan, they've got a brilliant system. So he'll sit in the office and he's looking at you. So you turn from a paraglider to a foot, and he's like, okay, you're cool. And as soon as you start moving around, you're safe. And so he'll just send drivers to where you are. So you don't have to send a message or anything. You just don't complicate the airways. You just stay, get out your book, sit somewhere visible. Obviously, don't hide the glider anywhere. So what I do or suggest is, you pack up, try and pack up in groups because it really doesn't matter. Just the extra half a K distance doesn't matter too much. All get together, walk to a sensible sort of location in the middle of a town or something near a bar. Make sure your gliders are visible, and just sit and chill out. And then the bus just turns up magically, and you just get on it. And it's as simple
We
as
have to
that.
leave the tractor on for that.
You leave it on. You do not touch it.
But and leave it out. If you're walking, you have to
Simple.
leave it
You
out.
leave it somewhere on you, but you don't have to have it on your head or anything like that. You just sort of have it, and it'll see you. They're brilliant. They work very well here. They've got a superb signal, and when you get back in, you've got to hand it in because we've got to charge them tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. So don't leave them in your bag and think, oh no, I forgot my tracker. Because it's down to you. You won't have another one tomorrow. You'll score 0 points. So it's in your interest to bring the trackers in, hand it in. That's part of your sign to fly, i.e. you're taking the tracker, which means you're planning to fly. And it's your I am now safe, handing it back in. So that's the trackers. You don't have to touch anything. In other comps, you might do the tack, tack, tack to show that you're okay. We would only ask you to do that if, let's say you've landed something really weird, like on the roof of the petrol station down there, and Stefan's thinking, I wonder if he's okay. Yeah, that's a strange place to be. Then maybe you can do a tack, 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 which says, I'm okay. Okay? It's not an emergency. So you see the SOS button, and you press tack, tack, tack 3 times, and you'll see the little LEDs on the top will start going tuk, 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 across, and that means it's sent. Okay? And all that says is, I've landed, I'm okay. You don't have to do it, only if you land somewhere strange. Like if you're hanging in a tree, and you're okay, and you think, farmer's here to help me, I don't need help, then you can press it. But if you land down there, somewhere obvious, you don't need to press it. Just leave it alone, okay? It just changes your colour, it just changes the organisation. But also, so that we don't send resources to you, you can say, don't worry about it, I'm okay. If you are in trouble, obviously, press and hold the red button for at least 5 seconds, just a long time. And then you'll see it going, and that'll send a message to everybody in the organisation, and all resources will be piled in towards you. If you land somewhere strange and you can't get to the tracker, you can't press I'm okay, you can't press that, we will send resources to you as well, because obviously you may be unconscious. So that's how it works. So those trackers are really important to you. 1 for your logistics to be retrieved, 2 for your scoring, and 3 for your safety. So they're really important. Just look after them. Okay? Any questions on trackers? Everyone knows how to use them? They're really easy. Okay. Huh?
What happens if you land in a remote location?
Yes.
And you're okay?
Yes.
Do you then make your way to a road?
Yeah, a sensible road, and they'll track you. So Stefan's in the computer office, and he's watching you. So he'll send a driver to your location, and then the driver will say, oh, he's not here. And he'll say, oh no, he's walked down the road, he'll be at the junction.
Right.
But somewhere sensible. Think of a retrieved driver coming. You know, think, well, he's coming from the road, so I need to be visible from the road. You know, he can't drive up this dirt road because it's a minibus, so I won't sit in this farm track and wait. I'll walk down to an asphalt road. You know, things like that.
So there's no radio retrieve frequency.
We have a safety frequency, we don't have a retrieve frequency. Because you're visible, we see you. We see you. We have a group, which is WhatsApp group. We have a telephone, so don't need to complicate that much. So much more information is much more complicating the overall. This is our way of just to add something to this.
Yes.
Yes. So sometimes we have problems with the retrieve. For example, when some pilot is coming, you know, and he's landed, etc. But anyway, he goes peeing somewhere or he goes buying a beer in whatever. So please, and he's taking the glider with him. And the driver is just looking for him. He knows that he is there, the pilot is there, but he is not seeing him. At least leave the glider in front of the visible place on the road. Which means that nobody will take the glider, and you see the glider. If you're in the store, you see the glider or whatever it is, but make the glider visible on the road. When the driver is driving on the road, he will see the glider, at least. Yeah. This is also important.
Yeah, I mean, help us to help you get picked up, basically. And you can leave a glider visible, no one steals it, so it's all alright.
Is there a sort of time limit that we're saying that, well, you know, you're here for 2 hours, maybe I'm going to pause?
You can WhatsApp to say, but remember, you know, the thing with Macedonia is you don't speak the language, not even close. So keep it real simple. And when you land, that's why landing in a group makes it easier to be picked up because you'll get picked up quicker. Landing somewhere sensible, you'll get picked up quicker. Things like that. And just being visible and all that sort of stuff. But they're really, really good. These guys know the area, and you might think, oh, I'm landing in this really weird little village. They know exactly where you're going to land because everyone bombs out in the same places. So they'll just send a bus there, and start working their way back. So, you know, don't worry about the logic. They'll work the logic. Leave that to them. Okay.
Wind's coming up, and it's just for your information that it's very important that when you land, and there are many roads down, but some of them are really remote.
Yeah.
So don't expect that you leave the glider over there and you wait on this remote, small, narrow road that the bus will come over there, because there are really a lot of normal, big, visible tarmac road. It's really easy. It's really everything is connected, so it's not some jungle or something like that. You have a lot of villages over there, so don't stuck yourself somewhere in the middle of nowhere when you have a village or something like that. Yeah, it's for your own safety and for your own retrieve, etc. We are not in a PVC competition, at least, so that every point matters, but we are more in a fun, let's say, have fun environment and education, of course.
One more advantage that you have if you land close to the village is that you have the shadow and the shop with the cold beer. So there's no point.
And not all villages have bars. You'll learn that.
I need to say something about the valley and the villages, etc. So mainly the villages are inhabited with, let's say, Orthodox Macedonians, but also there are villages which are, let's say, inhabited with Muslim Albanians. So of course you don't know the villages from above, at least if you see a mosque which is visible, etc. So I would kindly ask, for example, in the villages where you land in a Muslim area, so don't go naked, pee on somewhere visible. So just pay a little bit, you know, this is a cultural awareness issue that I'm just telling you. Yeah. I'm not saying that you should avoid, I mean, the villages with the mosque. I think that they also have beers over there, but
Yeah, they've got beer in the
just be, yeah.
Look for a church.
Yeah.
Beer in a church.
I mean,
Brilliant. So that's logistics, and there are, you know, what you'll find is that all our tasks would generally be from here. We'll have a start window out there, and what you're looking at is that beautiful little hill in front. It's a really nice place with good thermals, and people can go out there, hold out there, get a starting gate, and then we set off on a task depending on the wind direction. But we'll normally sort of go out, either sort of go up to the north end, around to the other side of the valley, and down the middle of the valley and back in, depending on the wind. But if it's a northerly flow, which is what we are feeling it is at the moment, then we're often sort of zigzagging, bouncing down the valley to the end, to Greece. And down there, what we've got to be very cautious of is if we get to the fish farm. So if ever you're flying down there, and it's about sort of, what is it, about 70 k's? Something less than that, 60.
maybe 55.
Yeah. So 60 k's down there, you'll see a big town, and you'll see on the other side of the valley, you'll see a red and white factory. But also a little bit further down, you'll see lots of fish pens. So square and round pens, man-made fish lakes.
Yeah, like following the road there, like
Yeah,
this shape.
rectangular. So you'll see them and you think, oh look, they're interesting. That marks Greece is coming up. So if you haven't got your passport,
I like it.
then we can't go in there. So obviously we won't set tasks that way, or we'll set tasks close but not over the border. But if you're free flying, if you decide to free fly, then be careful of Greece that way. Okay.
usually be the, I don't know, some European Union passport. You don't have a problem with land, but don't make it complicated for us. Yeah, but don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it, because in that case, in that case, you will be left on your own to come back. But don't do it, because we don't know how the situation will develop over there on the border. We still have this political issue with them, although we have solved some issues, problem, name issue, etc. But anyway, don't do it. Make it easy, you know, make it easy. Oh, you see the town, after the town comes this fish ponds, and you know that this grease is coming after that, like in 2Ks. So don't do it. It's easy.
Do they sell beer at the fish farm?
Huh?
Just before the fish
You
farm, they
have,
do.
you have, so the big town is in this area. It's Bitola. It's really big town.
Big, massive
Yeah,
town.
you can see it. It's not New York, but anyway, it's a Balkan type of big town. Yeah. So after this big town, you have couple of small villages like this, and then you have the fish pond. So in these villages, you have beer or whatever it is, wherever you land.
4 or 5 kilometers before the fish farm.
Okay, got it.
Why are we so fascinated with beer? It's bizarre. It's like
We should
drunken tour.
we should make a beer festival instead of us on something.
Beer fest. Okay. So when you get back, so the buses will bring you back. They'll know get in the habit. As soon as you get back, hand in your trackers. Don't go away and then bring your trackers in the evening. Hand in your trackers, because we can score and everything, and you'll get all the scores. They'll be on the door at the Adventure Centre, and we might even send some WhatsApp or links to it, however we see fit, to make sure it's convenient for you. But the scores are pretty much immediate, because the trackers do all that. Okay. We'll give you this whole competition is the same sort of model, exactly the same model as the Shabra, for those of you who know that, in which we want to educate you. It's inclusive. So if you haven't done a competition before, this is a perfect start. And also, it's one of those things where it's educational. It's like a giant cross-country course. So what we're doing is coming up here. You've got brilliant infrastructure, people that know the area, they know the infrastructure, they know retrieve, they know the local weather. And all I do is just add to that by being able to sort of teach you and guide you and educate you on how to fly the tasks, how to fly them fast or well, the best routes to take. And then we do debriefs in the evenings. We get together in the evenings generally before dinner, have a chat, and then dinner or whatever. It's quite very sociable, but it's educational. So we will use sort of bad weather times to all get together in a classroom or whatever and have a huddle about anything from cross-country flying to SIV to competition planning, the whole thing. So by the end of the week, you know, your cup is full of knowledge. So we can have sessions on anything you like. So we could do parachute repack sessions, we could do anything. So the time we have together is constructive, not just sat in hotel rooms drinking very creamy coffee. Or beer. So if you do want to learn anything, then let us know. We can sort of, we don't, you know, it's like a bit like a university. You could say, oh, this lecture's going, anything, I'm not going to do that one. You know, it's up to you to attend it or not to attend it. It's absolutely fine. But we want you to go away saying, yeah, I flew in Macedonia. It's a beautiful place to fly, and I learned a lot.
Obviously.
Obviously. You can see out there, you've got the villages, and you've got these fantastic fields. All the fields are sort of in strips where they divide it amongst their family or however they plough or whatever. But it sort of follows the rhythm of the valley. It's very sort of ripply, and it's following the river. And you can see where the rivers are by the shape of the fields and the texture. And that often tells you where the thermals will be. So you're looking at, when you go out to the flatlands, you're looking at these villages are like little mountain. So they will be the source and the trigger of thermals quite often. So if it's a northerly flow, you'll have the thermals triggering at the northern end, and then they'll release and track over the town, and you won't get much on the southern end. So, you know, it's about reading the areas. So all those little villages, there's a whole collection of villages. So you often do your task picking up those villages, thermaling and then gliding to the turn points and things like that. But we can have a chat tonight, show you some turn points and show you some tasks that we do, so you can it'll help you visualize. Has everyone got all the turn points on the instruments? Yeah? You got all that downloaded? So we'll do it so we can have a practice session, putting a task in so that you can put it in all your instruments, so you can work out, okay, this is what we've got. That would be a quite constructive thing to do. Has anyone got any questions so far?